They'll die eventually, but not just yet. Here's what we know about The Expendables 5, a possible fifth movie in the series. We've got info on release dates, the cast, and the storyline. This action franchise kicked off in 2010, when Sylvester Stallone brought together 80s action movie legends. It's come a long way since, turning into a trilogy with stars like Wesley Snipes, Jason Statham, Bruce Willis, Jet Li, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Expendables director Scott Waugh shared his thoughts on the future of the Expendables series after the fourth film, and it's confirming what many fans feared. This 2023 movie came almost a decade after The Expendables 3, reuniting Barney Ross and Lee Christmas as they assembled their team to face a new, even bigger threat. While the Expendables franchise has been known for adding iconic action stars from the 80s and 90s in each installment, featuring names like Dolph Lundgren, Chuck Norris, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, Expendables 4 represented a significant step backwards. Expendables 4 director Scott Waugh's statements about the future of the Expendables series has confirmed the fears of many fans. Released almost a decade after The Expendables 3, the 2023 movie reunites Barney Ross and Lee Christmas as they lead their mercenary team against an even greater threat. While the Expendables franchise had become known for introducing iconic action heroes from the 80s and 90s in each new installment, such as Dolph Lundgren, Chuck Norris, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, Expendables 4 represented a significant regression in the series' direction. Scott Waugh emphasized that Expendables 4 focuses on Sylvester Stallone's Barney Ross, passing the torch to Jason Statham's Lee Christmas, indicating a shift away from the original lead character. Stallone had not only acted in all four Expendables films, but also wrote the first three and directed the inaugural installment. His reduced involvement in Expendables 4 likely contributed to its poor reception within the series. Nevertheless, despite the challenges, Waugh remained optimistic about the franchise's future and said, "I find it exciting that Stallone is passing the torch to Statham. Stallone's physical prowess at his age is incredible. Personally, at 53, I feel worn out, yet he in his late 70s can still do it. But for Sly, time is crucial in his life now. Committing to a full Expendables movie demands a lot of his time, and I completely respect that. Jason, who's my age, remains enthusiastic about working extensively, so the transition felt natural. However, I don't believe Sly is completely stepping away from the brand. He'll always be a part of it. He started the Expendables and was the original director, so it's about blending new energy with the old." It seems like the studio might have drawn the wrong conclusions from the failure of the fourth Expendables movie. Expendables 4 was a box office disappointment, earning only $8.3 million in its opening weekend, a dismal performance for a film with a $100 million budget. While the Expendables series hasn't been a critical favorite, this film's mere 16% score on Rotten Tomatoes was shocking. Some of these disappointing statistics can be attributed to Sylvester Stallone's reduced role in the movie, with more focus on Jason Statham's Lee Christmas. Despite some shared screen time, many fans felt that the entire film should have showcased both actors working together. Instead of addressing its past mistakes, it seems that Lionsgate is doubling down on the issues that plagued Expendables 4. The franchise appears to be headed in the wrong direction, and Scott Waugh's future plans are seemingly repeating the mistakes that led to the latest installment's box office failure. Sylvester Stallone's limited role in Expendables 4 was due to creative differences between him and the studio, which resulted in Stallone initially leaving the project, only to return in a reduced capacity 2 years later. His absence negatively impacted the film's development, production, and reception, and it appears to be happening again for The Expendables 5. If Lionsgate continues down this path, they'll need to find a suitable replacement for Sylvester Stallone in The Expendables 5. Filling the cast with lesser-known actors and rappers alongside Jason Statham is uninspiring, devalues the franchise, and makes it feel like a straight-to-VOD series. This approach misunderstands the essence of the Expendables series. In that regard, the Expendables 4 sequel requires another action hero to star alongside Statham if Stallone isn't on board. An obvious choice could be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who has expressed interest in joining the Expendables, although it might echo his collaboration with Statham in the Fast and Furious spin-off Hobbs and Shaw. With this glaring void, Expendables 5 has some big shoes to fill. there are a few names that come to mind as potential additions to the action-packed film series. Will Smith may not possess the same muscular, larger-than-life presence as iconic 80s action stars, but he's undeniably a Hollywood legend with a track record of intense action scenes. Whether he's defending Earth from aliens in Independence Day, battling his younger self in Gemini Man, or adding a touch of humor to intense moments, Smith has proven himself in action roles. While Smith may not have the same franchise pedigree as Sylvester Stallone, he's a seasoned actor who could fit well into a campy ensemble film like Expendables 5. This is evident from his performance in Suicide Squad, where he received praise even amid the film's mixed reception. Question Smith's ability as a Stallone replacement if you must, but tread carefully and avoid mentioning his wife's name, as that's a sensitive topic. Hugh Jackman undoubtedly brings the macho presence needed for action films, recently proving his mettle behind the scenes of Deadpool 3, where he's reprising his iconic Wolverine role after a 6-year hiatus. His muscular physique and commanding presence make him a strong candidate to lead a team of extraordinary action heroes into battle. When Sylvester Stallone envisioned the Expendables franchise, he aimed to assemble a powerhouse cast of 80s and 90s action stars to captivate audiences with their star power. As Expendables 5 is poised to be a legacy sequel, it's fitting to incorporate action icons from the early 21st century. Surprisingly, Samuel L. Jackson, despite his extensive filmography, has never graced an Expendables film with his iconic F-bombs. With over 200 credited appearances on IMDb, his versatility is beyond doubt. Jackson has helmed numerous action thrillers, making it inevitable for him to join the dwindling Expendables team. While he might not immediately come to mind as a replacement for Sylvester Stallone, Samuel L. Jackson would seamlessly blend with the existing cast, including Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and Megan Fox. His recent role in the Disney Plus series Secret Invasion showcases that, at 74, he can still handle thrilling action adventures, complete with double crosses, armed conflicts, and espionage, elements beloved by Expendables fans. Placing Keanu Reeves at the top of the list seems like a no-brainer, given his significant impact on the action genre through the John Wick series, where he practically redefined action for a new generation of moviegoers. And that's a wrap for today's discussion, folks. We hope you found this conversation engaging and insightful. If you did, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic content. Your thoughts and feedback are incredibly valuable to us, so please take a moment to comment below and share what intrigued you the most and your suggestions for future topics. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.